for the better part of a week. But for the rest of us, especially Mama and Pop, it was as if the darkest cloud in the universe had descended upon us, wrapping us in a perpetual state of despair. Mama, of course, continued to worry about Frida's relationship with Sid. But it was Rose. Her hostility towards Pop, her increasing delusions, the fear of what she might do next, that served as the ticking bomb for all of us.
I surprised myself this morning, Walter. I woke up smiling, thinking about how before this awful war started, you couldn't walk into this house without hearing little girls laughing. I played a game with them. I don't think you knew that. I would ask each of them to describe the man they were going to marry. Helga, years before Jimmy showed up, talked about walking down the aisle with whoever asked her first. Frida, full of herself even then, was going to marry a rich college boy and live as far away from us as possible. And Ruby, bless her heart, she was going to New York City, where a big-time radio man would be waiting with open arms and a wedding ring. And Rose told me she wanted to find somebody just like her daddy.
He all but had me wrapped around his little finger. Didn't he, Mama?
I didn't see you there, Rose.
Oh, we were something, Pop.
Pretty fall mornings, the two of you would go out into the orchard and pick fruit for hours.
He'd hold the basket. I'd fill it up. Remember, Pop?
Of course he remembers, Rose. Walter, tell her you remember.
I loved being there with you, Pop.
Listen to what Rose is saying, Walter.
Those were the good old days. What happened to them? Pop?
Walk a while with me, Rose.
I asked you a question.
It's such
Pop.
a pretty night out.
Pop! I'm waiting.
Rose, I'm sorry.
He's sorry, Mama.
Yes, and that's a start.
Ask him what he's sorry about.
He's sorry about Stan. Aren't you, Walter?
Sorry he's dead.
He's missing Rose.
Sorry he killed
I
him.
won't listen to that, Rose.
Is that what you're sorry about?
No more.
Sorry about the way you treated him. Sorry you made him grovel like an animal. Made him defend himself. Where he came from. What he believed. Is that what you're sorry about?
Yes?
Sorry you fed him Nazi hate. Hitler. The savior of Europe. So what if he destroyed Poland in the process? Sorry about that too, Pop?
Yes?
Sorry you told me he wasn't good enough for me?
Is it your heart again, Walter?
Before you die,
Oh, how
Pop.
awful, Rose.
Before he dies!
Walter, sit down, please.
I need an answer.
Can't you see what you're doing to him?
Why? Pop, when he told me he loved me, when we were almost married, why? All of a sudden, did he leave? If he loved me, why?
Of course he loved you, Rose.
How do you know, Mama? It's up to you, Stan. Tell me. Let me know. Did you love me? I'm not hearing anything. Stan! I need an answer. If you love me, tell me.
Yes! Yes, he loved you, Rose. You in Poland. Stan would go drinking in the Polish lodge in Bluefield. I knew that. His friends were there. Więc powoli nie mówcie się, wyżubienia goranek. Tell them you're a coward, too. Tell them how you are going to win the war, kill Germans, make Mother Poland proud.
This is Walter's Rose's father.
Tell them how.
This is not your place here. Don't cause trouble, please.
Let me tell you why this man wants me to leave. He's a liar, that's why. He swore he'd fight for his country, for Poland. Didn't you, Stanislaw?
I would join the Polish Free Forces, I told you that.
Still here he stands talking about how the Germans destroyed his country, killed his sister. Go on, Stanislaw Bukowski. Tell them why you refused to fight for your country.
Because I love your daughter, Walter.
Honor your word.
Rose and I are engaged. We are to get married and have a wonderful life in America. This is my home.
Honor your word. If you love Poland, Stanislaw Bukowski, honor your word.
Niedługo się Polska! Long live Poland! Niedługo się Polska!
Mama, don't cry. No, he loved me. I know that now. He would have come home. We would have had a wonderful life. It's true. Isn't it, Stan? You loved me. You would have come home. We would have had a wonderful life. I put on my blue dress. I wore it the first night. Remember? You told me I'd look like a princess.
Walter. Walter, I want you to look at me. Tell me it isn't true. Tell me you didn't do that to Rose. Oh, Walter. You made it up, didn't you? The whole story. Meeting Stan at the bar. There was no meeting, was there? Stan left. He left. And you gave Rose the answer she wanted. Because you love her. It's our secret, Walter. Your daddy loves you, Rose. Remember, your daddy loves you.
He loved all of us. I think. Mama kept her promise. She didn't say a word. Until 5 years later, when Pop, alone in his orchard, had died. By then, Rose had slipped into a make-believe world that only she understood. In this house, she'd live another 40 years, never dancing another dance, never looking at another man. And yesterday, in a simple ceremony, we buried her. Mama, devastated by Rose's decline into dementia and Pop's sudden death only 2 years before her own, shared with us an account of Pop's exchange with Stan. Helga, who by then had 2 sons with Jimmy, who returned as he had left, accepted what Mama wanted us to believe. Frida, perhaps remembering Pop's treatment of Sid Lazansky, who by then was a memory himself, thought Pop at best had manipulated Stan to get him to enlist. At worst, that he was hate-filled as others claimed. Either way, someone incapable of sacrificing himself for one of us. And Rebecca Ruby? Never knew what to believe. Back now, for the last time, searching for answers, discovering perhaps a blessing. But the uncertainty remains. So I shall choose to recall the before. Those special and joyous times when youthful voices, giggling over simple pleasures, filled this space. And when parents in love with each other and with life danced the night away.